Good morning. Today is the morning of April 16th. I don't know when this will go up, but I hope that find that you're doing well. I just want to share a real short passage. This is also from a devotional I have with my family, and I want to share something I just found in another one of Paul's letters. This is in Colossians chapter 4, and I'll just read 7 to 10. Colossians 4 7 to 10 says this: Tychicus will tell you all about my activities. He is a beloved brother and faithful minister and fellow servant in the Lord. I have sent him for you for this very purpose, that you may know how we are, and that he may encourage your hearts. And with him Onesimus, our faithful and beloved brother, who is one of you. They will tell you of everything that has taken place here. Aristarchus, my fellow prisoner, greets you, and Mark, the cousin of Barnabas, concerning whom you have received instructions. If he comes to you, welcome him. I think this is a really wonderful passage because of all the people that Paul is talking about here. The first person that comes across is Tychicus. And Tychicus is the one who's carrying the letter of Colossians to the church at Colossae. So that's why Paul does that very often in his letters. He'll mention the person who's carrying the letter. So Tychicus is bringing this letter. And what's so interesting about this is the fact that there's a man coming to him. With him, his name is Onesimus. Now, Onesimus should ring a bell to you because we just talked about Onesimus in the letter Philemon. Onesimus was a runaway slave that Paul was bringing back to his owner and pleading with the owner to free Onesimus. So Philemon actually lives in Colossae. So there are two letters that Tychicus was dropping off. The first one to the church and the second one to Philemon. And he was bringing Onesimus back to be free. And so what you see here right away is how Paul the Apostle was one who's all about reconciliation. And here's another wonderful story as well in this passage. He talks about Mark. Mark, who's a cousin of Barnabas. Now, if you go back to your Bible in Acts 15, Paul and Barnabas had a big fight over Mark. Paul did not think Mark was reliable as a ministry partner. But Barnabas wanted to bring in their cousins. And they split because of this. But what's so amazing here is this letter, Colossians, was written 10 years later. And you see what a wonderful attitude Paul had toward Mark. He says here, welcome him. And I think this is an amazing testimony here, just these two individuals, about a reconciliation effect of the Apostle Paul. He's a fragrance of reconciliation. And I just want to ask you this morning, are you that agent? Are you that agent in your family? As a son or daughter, right now at home, spending more time with your families? Are you that agent of love, forgiveness? Are you honoring your parents? For your mom and dad, are you examples to your kids what it's like to live the Spirit of Christ? Like if you're a dad, are you one to ask forgiveness from your kids when you've sinned against them? Do you model that love to your kids about loving your wife? And moms, do you model that gentle spirit of what a godly woman is? And so, at this time, this is a wonderful time that, we can live out like Paul here, the wonderful spirit of reconciliation. So I hope to encourage you today to do so. God bless you. Bye.